Howdy folks, welcome to Little John's Kitchen for the newest episode of Brew Food. Been a while since I've done a Brew Food, so here we are. And today we play with this fella, pork belly. I'm cranking up the smoker, and we're going to do ourselves some pork belly burnt ends. This, I'm led to believe, is possibly the best barbecue snack of all time. I've never actually had them. I've had sort of similar things, but I've never had proper actual pork belly burnt ends. So we're gonna get that underway. So before I get into this, we need to get the smoker started, so let's go and see how that happens. Okay, well, I need to start the smoker, so just need a handful of briquettes, hot and ready to go, so throw about a dozen in the chimney. Get them on the just on the wok burner on the barbie. Give them about 10 minutes to warm up. Okay, so I'm just setting up a snake with the heat beads. This is what's going to give us our slow constant heat. These will just slowly light each other as they go. Now, I've not actually used this before, this method, so they tell me I need about a double roll of 2, and then a single roll on top to get about they say about a 6 to 8 hour burn. Now, I'm probably going to need about 5 hours. Just to be safe, we'll go with what they say I need for 8. And it is a bit breezy out here, so hopefully it's going to be alright. And when we'll come back, we'll just dump our hot coals in here to get it started. Okay, so I've got a couple of chunks of cherry wood in here. I stuffed up, I didn't get the camera going. The hot coals have just gone in, started the snake, and they'll work their way around. I'll get the smoker together and we'll let it sit for about 20 minutes to warm up. Righto, so while that comes up to temperature, what we need to do is prepare our pork belly. So I just got a chunk here I grabbed from the local Woolies. You can grab it from Woolies if you want, or you can get it from your butcher, wherever you want to get it. It doesn't really matter, whichever makes it easier for yourself. But what I need to do with this is I need to get the skin off it. If you're going to go and buy it from your butcher, for what we're doing today, you don't need the skin, so you can just ask the butcher to take it off for you. Just makes life a little bit easier. It's not a real tough job, but yeah, I get that not everyone's a butcher, and if you can make life a little bit easier for yourself, why the heck not? So we just want to take that layer of skin off, and I'm going to keep that. I'm going to use it a bit later. Yeah, no prizes for anyone guessing what I might actually use the skin for. There's not many things you can really do with the skin, but one of those things is absolutely amazing. Righto. We'll leave that aside for later. And that just leaves us with our plain old pork belly. Doesn't matter if you've got any extra bits of fat on there, they won't matter at all. So all I want to do with this now is just cut this up into cubes, somewhere around a sort of an inch square. Yeah. Because it basically, and it's going to be different sizes because this pork belly is a bit variable, and you'll probably, the reality is you're probably going to get a better chunk if you go to your butcher, but this will do the job nicely for today. I mean, the idea is you want them as uniform as you can so everything sort of cooks the same, but I think from watching watching this being done, I don't think it's going to hurt to have some variable sizes. I think it'll add some, just a little bit of variance and difference. But that's what we want, just a nice chunk, little, something you can pick up in your fingers. And the relatively, something you can put, suppose if you had a big mouth, you could pop in your mouth in one go. But that's her. Okay, now got to get some seasoning onto this. Okay, I've got 2 rubs here. These are just simple packet rubs. McCormick's, they're the Tennessee Smokehouse and a honey sriracha. Every video I've sort of watched, they're all saying the same thing. You need, for the pork, you want a nice mix of sweet and savoury. So the honey sriracha is going to get us nice and sweet. The smokehouse will get us the savoury, and the 2 will work nicely together. So you just want to spread this out. Now you want to give these a good covering. You don't really need to rub it in too much, but I see people are taking so much effort to make sure that every tiny little bit of meat is covered. I mean, if that's your thing, that's fine, but the reality is, the smoke and the heat, a little bit of variance, overall it's not going to hurt your final thing. So I've got a bit of rub there, and we don't necessarily want to rub it in. You want to just leave it sitting on top. Now, flavourings are entirely up to yourself what you want to do and how much you want to put on. I'm not going to go too stilly, but particularly I've got a second rub to put on here, so it's not like when you're doing a brisket or a big chunk of beef or something where you want to really get a good coating on there. You can just get a good smattering on there. We're going to pick up some flavour from the cherry wood, from the smoking, and there's a lot more stuff a bit more stuff's going to go on this further down the track. So I'm happy enough with that. You can do this in a big bowl, drop all your seasoning in and just toss it around, mix it up. You'd even do the old Ziploc bag trick. Alright, so these are just going to go onto the wire rack. This is so we get plenty of air and smoke around these as they're cooking, but it will also stop all the fat and dripping getting down onto your coals or into your fire and causing flare-ups and stuff like that. A couple of these bits are going to get fairly crispy, I reckon, by the end of proceedings, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. Okay, so we're looking to get the smoker up now to about 130 degrees. I want to sit between 125 135 for about 2 hours to let these just smoke up and soak up the flavour come along. So I'll get these out there and we'll see how we're travelling. Okay, we're up to the tent. Turns out the rack didn't actually fit in the smoker. I was worried about that, but anyway. So they'll have to go into a pan, which means we'll just have to give them a turn after an hour, make sure they're getting some smoke on them. They'll be good. Okay, it's been just over an hour. Had a little bit of a muck around with temperatures, had trouble getting it up, but we've got there now. We're sitting around the 135 mark without too much trouble. So just want to give this give these bits just a bit of a stir, because we're not on the rack, we're not getting that airflow around, just to make sure they're getting some contact with the air and a little bit of smoke. I think most of the smoking's probably already done by now, but anyway, we'll give them a bit of a stir up. Starting to get some nice colour on there. And start getting a little bit of smokiness on there, so that's all good. Happy with that. Alright. Then we'll let that go for another hour. Alright, our 2 hours is done. Get these fellas off and prepare them for the next stage. Hold up. Oh no, so these are coming along quite nice. Feeling good. Ooh. Nice tasty going on there. So now we're going to add some flavour to this because we're only halfway through the cook. So what we're going to add in is a couple of chunks of butter. Some honey, so all we're looking at is just make a bit of a sauce for these guys to cook in. Give them a good coating, and obviously gonna add some good flavour. I don't think that the juices and stuff we got there from not being on the rack is going to cause any problem. It's just going to help make more sauce, I reckon. And anyway, and getting some bit of brown sugar. Starting to see why these are so tasty. And of course it's Brew Food, so ginger beer, homebrew ginger beer. Yeah, you could use any beer. No, it doesn't have to be beer. A lot of people use apple juice, even orange juice, whatever you want. You could use a stout in here, but I think it's be a little bit too strong for pork. The ginger's going to work nicely with the pork. And we cover this in foil. We go back on. For another 2 hours. Okay, we're just about at the end of the cook. Getting to the point where we're going to glaze these ends. So I want to just warm this sauce up first, just so it doesn't sort of slow any processes. So this is just a mix of some barbecue tomato sauce, Master Foods, just straight out of the cupboard, bit of Stubbs sticky sweet barbecue, and some sweet chilli. You can use pretty much anything you want. Grab yourself whatever favourite sauce you like, mix up a blend, just use a straight bottle, either way. But just I'm just going to warm this for about 10 minutes, and while that's warming up, I'm going to try not to burn this while I'm doing other things. But I'm going to go and get the other part of this pork ready. Righto. So while we're finishing off the rest of the sauce, let's get this skin done. Now, I've left him out all day. Oh, close enough to all day. While we got the cook on, let it dry out a little bit. I've sliced it up with the knife. We're just going to make crackle out of this. Nothing new and different. So just throw a bit of olive oil. Get some cracked salt on here. Righto. And we'll get that rubbed in. I've got my oven inside set to 220 degrees Celsius. I'm going to go and throw that in there, and that should be ready about the same time as these burn ends are done, and we can enjoy them both together, because yeah, ain't no one ever going to have a problem knocking down some pork crackle. Okay, we're all but done here. Take these off and go and get some glaze on them. Get them ready to finish off. And I can get this out of there. Alright. Cooking's done. Yeah. Should have been probing these, but anyway, let's sort of just stick a see what we get. They tell me we're looking for somewhere around 98. We've got 96 and a bit. They're bloody soft as. Yep. Yeah, pushing 97. We're losing heat in the smoker, so they're coming off regardless. So I'll throw them in the tray here. And what we're going to do is we're going to put some of that basting sauce on these. And we'll finish them off in that. So we'll put it on. We'll cook them for about 10 minutes. Like I said, we're going to go onto the barbecue. Because like I said, I'm losing temperature on in the smoker. So I've got the barbecue sitting at about 100 and it's probably about 135 on the actual barbecue plate. It's showing 150 on the temp gauge, so it's probably where it's at. So we'll put some of this basting sauce on here. Yeah. Again, you'll see people getting them from base, dunking each one individually into the sauce. I mean, you could go to that sort of trouble if you want. I think this is going to be more than sufficient. That's good. That bit's come apart there. Right, we'll go throw these on the barbie. Toss them on. We'll give them 10 minutes and baste them again and do the same thing. Righto, we are done. Barbie off. It is time for some tasting. Let's do it. Join me. Righto. Tasty time. These are looking pretty good here. Now, I apologise for not having the fancy black gloves on because that seems to be what everybody on YouTube and Instagram and whatnot wants to do. But yeah, this is what they do. They give them a bit of a squish, and that's that's gone pretty good as far as I'm concerned. I'll tell you what, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yum. Oh, yeah, that's verging on fucking ridiculous. The meat's just, it's not stupidly soft. It's still got some texture to it. It's got a little bit of bite. But the fat's just all rendered down, and yeah, that's bloody yummy. I mean, you serve that up at a barbecue, people are going to lose their fucking minds. And there's plenty of sauce in there, so you could serve this up and have sauce for other things. Yeah, and for my first crack at it, still getting the hang of me temperature on the smoker. That's insane. Now, crackle wasn't quite the success. It hasn't cooked right through my oven, buddy. I need a new oven, but yeah, there's plenty of nice bits there. Yeah, that's good shit too. Let's fucking pork crackle. It can't not be. Oh, it can't not be good. Anyway, I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna have a bit of a pig, at this. Wash it down with some homebrew pilsner. Oh fuck. Oh, that's insane. I mean, the sauce is a big part of it, but the whole thing, just, you need to try this. You've got to try it. If you haven't done pork belly burnt ends before, give it a crack. If you don't have a smoker, yeah, and not everyone's got a smoker, this would be fine in the oven. I'd just be looking at giving, make sure you've got a really good coating on your rub, on your seasonings up front if you're not using a smoker, and just stick it in the oven. Do it in the oven at 135 degrees. Same times, 2 hours. Pull it out. Add your the butter and the sugar and your liquid. A lot of recipes will add some sauce in there as well. But whatever you want to add in there, to boil it up, cook it for another 2 hours, pull it off, get your basting sauce, cover it up, cook it, do that twice, 15 minutes at a go. Not a massive amount of effort over the day. It's a longer process, not a massive amount of effort, but you pull that out. I mean, and like I said, if you did this in the oven, you'd really have good control over your times. But you pull these out for family and friends at the next barbecue. They're gonna think you're a god. Dude, that is fucking, that is really good. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get into this. Comments, questions down the bottom. Thank you to all the supporters of the channel, patrons, subscribers. There's links down the bottom to all that sort of stuff. Stick comments down the bottom there if you've got any questions. But for now, I'm out of here. So I'm going to pig my face. So brewers, till I see you again. Good brewing. Cheers.